All right, cool. We're live. What's going on, guys? Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday here. So this is actually an impromptu live. This isn't one of those like training, updating the module videos. I had a little bit of a break in between calls here, and I wanted to jump in, give you a little Friday motivation, a little pep talk. I know I'm not Tony Robbins, but hopefully I can get your fire going here a little bit on a Friday mid morning. So, and this was kind of set in motion on some client calls I did yesterday and such as well. But I don't expect too many people to be on the live here since it was impromptu. If you are, comment below. If you have questions, I do have a little bit of a window here where I can answer them. But I want to try to keep this pretty buttoned up and pretty short for you. But it's crazy. Like, it's already just got off a call and talking about Halloween. It's crazy that we're already at end of October here and there's only 2 months left in the year. So what is there, probably like 61, 62 days before January 1st, 2024. It's wild. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this year has absolutely flown by. But I've been doing this for 6-7 years now. Obviously, we've had a lot of clients come in. I've spent 33 years on this earth, and with that, I have some experience and some suggestions as far as you approaching these last couple months of the year. Because in our experience, and I was talking to the coaches a couple weeks ago about this as well, when it comes to November and December, I see people either go one of two ways. Like, you can either build some serious momentum entering 2024, because I'm sure some of you are already talking about goals, ambitions that you have within your health and fitness, with your career, financial goals, relationship goals. This is the time of year where people have a little bit more downtime, and you spend a lot of more time into reflection and goal setting, and looking ahead and the possibilities and opportunities of turning a new chapter, entering a new year. It's refreshing, right? Or, I see people that can really get into a hole and develop some really bad habits that set them even further into a hole, entering a new year, which is not where you want to be. Okay. And truth be told, I kind of found myself in that hole last year. Like January, I wasn't really good. Just like context. This was a Christmas I didn't spend with my family. I actually spent it alone. My dad retired. We went out to Vegas early December, and that was kind of like our, Christmas celebration and stuff. A group of us went out there. I believe it was like the second week in December. And then in Omaha, my sister and now my brother-in-law, they went down to Mississippi to visit his family. So I was alone for like 2.5 weeks. Like 5 or 6 days before Christmas, all the way up until January 2nd or 3rd. And I just got super lazy during that time period and stuff. Obviously, I wasn't taking too many calls, but I just remember I got into like old Disney things, and I was just like sitting on the couch, drinking 2 or 3 nights a week, and I just didn't enter the new year in a good place. The last like 3 or 4 weeks of the year, and I had all this like to-do list and things like that, but I just started telling myself this story like, hey, it's been a long year, I deserve some time off. And that would have been fine for a day or two, but I let it go for like 2 or 3 weeks where I wasn't working out hard, I wasn't training hard, I wasn't eating the best. I was just kind of F it, like the year's almost over. And it took me like 3 or 4 weeks into the year to kind of build myself out of that. It's amazing when you get out of habits and you get out of routine, how quickly, once you get out of it, how hard it is sometimes to get back into it. So where I look at these next couple months, I know we're early, I know it's in October, and I might be talking about this a little bit more and stuff, but it is so important to keep your habits, keep your routines rock solid, and just make sure you're checking the boxes. You're doing your workouts, you're tracking your nutrition, you're uploading progress photos, you're doing your measurements, you're showing up to the calls with coaches and such. And I know it's easier to let those things slack over the next couple months because holidays, you probably have like business, career things, year end, sometimes things can kind of get busy, projects that your boss wants you to do. I know there's sometimes in your head you don't think the last couple of months of the year will be busy, but sometimes it's like the opposite, where you do get busy in November and December depending on what industry you're in. But do stuff over the next couple months that you'll pat yourself on the back and be proud of January 1, 2024, that you did. And maybe that's instilling a new habit or whatever, but get really clear on, the habits that you want to stick with, things you want to continue doing, because it's going to put you in a much better place come January 1st. And like I've seen with clients, those that have been with us during November, December, New Year's, sometimes the most challenging stretch. Obviously you have Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's. I mean, you have 3 or 4 big holidays, boom, 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 right in the course of 60 days. It's a real test. Are you going to sink or swim? But if you can do well through these next couple months and not only make progress, but build some better habits, you're going to be so much further ahead, and you're going to be so darn proud of yourself come January 1st when you do enter a new year, because you've already built a solid foundation. You've already created momentum. You haven't spent 2 months taking steps back like so many people do. So many people, the average is 15 pounds over the last 2 months of the year. Don't be a statistic. We're here to help you. Don't let that happen. Not only can you obviously do damage control, but that's not enough. We want you to continue to make progress over these next couple months, because I've seen people that allowed the wheels to fall off. And I know holidays can be a difficult time for some, with traveling, you miss, loved ones who used to be here. I get it. Work, travel, food, temptations, happy hours, Christmas parties. There's a lot happening. But like, if you allow that to get out of your routine and you start missing workouts, you don't check the boxes, you're not doing progress photos, you're missing calls with coaches, you stop tracking nutrition, you're just going to dig yourself into a further hole that, yeah, maybe when you turn a new year, January 1, you'll be like, oh, I'm motivated again. I've slacked the last 2 months, but you're going to be so much further into a hole that you really didn't need to get yourself into. Okay, so it starts now. I think it's better early than late, and I wanted to get ahead of this because a couple conversations I had yesterday, we were talking about this. I thought it'd be relevant for a lot of you guys. I saw me last year, nothing again catastrophic, but I was watching way too much Netflix. I was sitting around not doing too much, and then I held a lot of shame or guilt come January 1 because I was like, oh my God, it was cool to watch some old like Disney movies I watched when I was 5 years old. Maybe you should have watched 1 or 2, probably not. Watching 40 hours of Netflix over the course of 2 weeks probably wasn't advantageous for how I wanted to start the year and where I wanted to be. And it took me a couple of weeks to get out of those, sleeping in too late, not going to bed at time, drinking a couple more nights a week than I normally, did. Not checking the boxes, not working out hard, not eating right. And it took me a little bit for me, personally to unwind of that come the first of the year. So that said, hopefully this was helpful. Build the momentum now. Don't dig yourself into a hole. And then I promise you, in 2 months, if you check the boxes, you're doing the right things, you can make some serious progress over these next couple months. And it gives you so much confidence if you can lose 5, 10, 15 pounds or get stronger or be more consistent with your working out over these next couple months. Like, that's how you truly build confidence. Heading into a new year, you're like, damn, I had Thanksgiving, I had a Halloween party, I had to travel, I was here, I was there, I had Christmas, I had Hanukkah, I had New Year's, and I still lost 12 pounds in those 2 months. Shit, January is gonna be easy. It's gonna be a piece of cake compared to the last couple months. That's where your headspace could be, and it's just up to you whether that's gonna be reality or not, right? So something to think about. A little wound up this morning. I've had like 3 cups of coffee, so. But just wanted to share that. I think it's important. Don't do what I did last year. I'm going to write a different story this year for myself, and it's starting now. I'm starting like investing a couple things and stuff, mindset wise. And, that's a story for a different day and stuff. But, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully one thing you can take away and you get you thinking about and get your wheels turning. But, finish the year here strong. It starts now. You might think it's a little bit too early for me to start talking about this, but yeah, reality is there's only like, 62, 63, 64 days left in the year here. It's going to go super quick. So with that said, everybody have an awesome Friday. Take some time to think about this and what you can do moving forward. Have a great weekend, and I'm sure we'll see you guys sometime next week. We'll see you. Peace.